This video will review the Improve Air Quality Sampler and demonstrate the 3-2-2 sample change procedure. Typically, there are 4 modules at each site, labeled A, B, C, and D. Some sites have an additional X module. The modules are identified by colored tape associated with the module's letter. A is red, B is yellow, C is green, D is blue, and X is orange. You will be interacting with the controller and modules on a weekly basis to perform sample changes. The controller's keypad is used to perform sample changes, gather information, and troubleshoot when required. Sample change days occur every week on Tuesday. It's important to perform these sample changes each Tuesday to minimize the number of lost samples. If you cannot visit the site on a Tuesday, please notify the air quality group, and we can provide you with acceptable alternate dates to perform the sample change. You will receive a blue box of filters about every 3 weeks and follow a 3-2-2 sampling schedule. This means the system will take 3 samples for week 1 and 2 samples for week 2 and 3. Note that the last sample of week 1 will finish running in week 2. This is the special sample change that will be discussed later. The filter box should arrive about 1 week before the first sampling day. Please notify the air quality group if your filter box doesn't arrive before Thursday. The site code is 4 letters followed by a number. It is listed on 2 sides of the filter box and on the front of the filter bags. If you call with an issue regarding your sampler, this code will help the air quality group technician identify your site. There is also a sticker on the top cover of your box that has the site code and the 3 installation dates. Make sure the dates on the box are correct for the current sampling period. Each filter box contains a memory card and 3 weeks worth of filters. There are 3 filter bags in each box, 1 for each week. Each filter bag typically contains 4 cartridges and a log sheet. The week 1 bag will also contain the flash card. Note that sites with an X module will have 3 additional filter bags, with 1 cartridge and 1 log sheet in each bag. These are the cartridges for each module. Within each cartridge are 4 cassettes. Some cassettes are labeled with stickers, which we call neckties, indicating which module they belong to. Note that the D stickers have the letters printed upside down. This is because the D cartridges are installed upside down compared to all other modules. When oriented the correct way, the letter D will appear right side up. Each cartridge has 4 positions. With the cartridge oriented with the 2 holes facing down, the positions are numbered in a counterclockwise manner, starting with the lower right. Weeks 1 and 3 will have a full set of 4 cassettes in all of their positions, while week 2 cartridges will have an open hole in the 3rd position. Cassettes in the cartridge that have stickers or neckties should contain filters. Cassettes that do not have neckties should have plugs loaded in them. Plugs are pieces of paper and thin plastic used to block the flow of air. There are special cassettes in the week 1 cartridges of each box. They are referred to as movable cassettes and are easily identified by the black O-ring they have around them. Movable cassettes can be easily swapped out with a twisting motion. Further detail will be discussed in the week 2 sample change. When you arrive at the site, each module should already have a set of cartridges installed. If you are installing a new filter box, be sure to bring the old filter box from the last cycle. Depending on the site, the previous filter box may already be present at the sampler. 2 types of readings will be taken during each visit to the site. A common confusion is the fact that final readings are taken first. You will first take final readings from the previous week, and then initial readings for the current filters being installed. Retrieve the week 3 log sheet from the old filter box. Remove the return label from the log sheet and return it to the week 3 bag. Notice how the initial values are filled in from the previous sample change. Open the controller door to view the keypad, which is detachable for your convenience. From the default screen, press Enter, then press F1 for filter readings and press Yes to continue. Select the number associated with your initials. If you are a temporary or substitute operator, use 1 for the primary operator, but be sure to make note of your initials on the log sheet. The controller will then check the flashcard and download exposed filter readings. You will hear the pumps turn on at this time. The controller sequence has been sped up for the sake of this video. If the current time is off by more than 5 minutes, please notify the air quality group. The keypad will also display the used week date. This is the date on the box, bag, and log sheet for the filters currently installed. Print your initials, the date, current time, and temperature in the final reading section of the previous week 3 log sheet. Now you can do your final readings. ORI, CYC, and ETs. ORI stands for orifice, CYC stands for cyclone, and ET stands for elapsed time. You will record readings for each filter position of each module. Ideal values should be listed on the sample log sheet taped near the controller, usually on the outside of the C module. Generally, all ORI and CYC readings for any given module should be close to the sample log sheet values. If the sample log sheet is missing or you cannot locate it, please contact the air quality group. Press Enter to begin final readings. Pump 1 will turn on and the screen will then show ORI, CYC, and ET values for the A module. Write down the values in the A module filter 1 position on the log sheet. Press F4 to move onto the second position and fill out the readings. Press F4 once more to begin B module readings. Record readings for the 2 positions of the B module. Continue on to the C and D modules and record their values on the log sheet. Compare all final ORI, CYC, and ET values to those listed on the sample log sheet. Please notify an air quality group technician if any value is not within the range of the posted sample log sheet values. Once you are done cycling through each filter of each module, the controller will automatically display a screen, allowing you to retake values or continue. Press F3 if you need to go back and retake exposed readings. Otherwise, press F4 to continue with clean readings. Once you press F4, the controller will prompt you to replace the flashcard. Locate the small bag labeled flashcard from the week 1 filter bag of the new filter box. This is the flashcard that will replace the current flashcard. The code on the card should match the flashcard number on current log sheets. Remove the old flashcard and place it in the empty week 3 bag of your old filter box. The flashcard can only be inserted in one direction. Follow the orientation dictated on the sticker, which should be on the faceplate of the controller. Always insert the flashcard with the site code facing to the right. If the flashcard is missing the label or the controller is not reading the new card, please contact the air quality group. If everything is working properly, the controller will restart and prompt you to retrieve the current week's filter bag. At this time, take out the week 1 log sheet from the week 1 bag of the new filter box. Make sure the date on the log sheet and the filter bag matches the date the controller asks for. Fill out your initials, the date, current time, and temperature on the week 1 log sheet. Then press enter, and the screen should prompt you to perform a standard sample change. Use the 2 red buttons on the e-box to raise and lower the manifold. Remove the sampled cartridges and place red caps over the cassettes. The red caps should be in the week 3 bag. Make sure all cartridges have red caps. Then place the cartridges, flash card, and the old week 3 log sheet into the week 3 bag. Make sure each week's bag has all necessary components, including filters with red caps and log sheets. The week 3 bag should contain the return label, which will now be used. Then stick the return label on the old filter box and it's ready for shipping. Take out the cartridges from the week 1 bag of the new filter box, and remove the red caps as you install the cartridges into their corresponding modules. The system will sample 3 filter positions for week 1. Align the 2 holes on the cassette to match the guides on the cyclone. Make sure to turn the D cartridge upside down and align it correctly when installing it. Now press enter on the controller to record the initial values. The system will cycle through each pump and record important readings onto the flash card. There are 3 values of importance for the initial readings: the max ORI, the ORI, and the CYC. There will be 3 positions for each module in this week. Cycle through the readings for all modules by pressing F4 and record the 3 filter positions for each module. Once again, make sure that all recorded values are within the range listed on the sample log sheet. If any values are not within range, or you get a low flow warning, please notify an air quality group technician for assistance. Once you are finished cycling through initial readings, the controller will prompt you to retake readings or finish. Press F4 to finish, and the controller will display initial readings completed and return to the default menu. The controller should always be left at the default screen. This completes the sample change for week 1. The week 2 sample change is unique in that the pumps will be on when you arrive at the site. This is because position 3 of each cartridge is currently running. The controller will display complete ET values for position 1 and 2, but the value for position 3 will be short because it has not completed its full sampling period. This is the special sample change when filter position 3 cassettes will be moved to the next week's cartridge to finish sampling. Retrieve the week 1 and 2 bags and start with the week 1 log sheet. Perform final readings as usual. However, position 3 values will have parentheses around them on the log sheet. This is because the sample has not yet finished. After recording all final readings for the week 1 log sheet, the controller will prompt you to install the filter bag with this week's Tuesday date. Return the week 1 log sheet back into the week 1 bag. Then retrieve the week 2 log sheet. Fill out the header on initial readings while making sure the date on the new week 2 log sheet matches the date on the controller, filter box, and filter bag. Then press enter, and the controller will tell you to perform a non-standard sample change and to move the O-ring cassettes into the empty hole of the week 2 cartridges. Uninstall the week 1 cartridges. The third position cassettes will be transferred to the week 2 cartridges. Make sure to match the color from the movable cassette into the appropriate week 2 cartridges. Remember that a twisting motion is helpful in installing the movable cassettes into the empty position. Make sure the week 1 cassettes have red caps and return them to the week 1 bag. Prepare the week 2 log sheet and insert the week 2 cartridges into their respective module. Press enter to begin initial readings. The week 2 cartridges will have 3 sets of readings for each module. The third position will have parentheses around them. They are from the previous week's removable position, and they have not yet completed their sampling period. Record values for all filter positions of each module. Make sure the controller is at the default screen before leaving the site. This completes the sample change for week 2. The week 3 sample change is very similar to the week 1 sample change. Follow the same steps to begin filter readings. The controller will display the used week. This is the date week 2 cartridges were installed. Fill out your initials, the current date, time, and temperature on the week 2 log sheet. Press enter to start final readings and record the values on the week 2 log sheet. Remember, the F4 key cycles through the filter positions and modules. Record final readings for all filter positions of each module, and compare them to the sample log sheet values. The ET value for filter 3 will be less than 1440. Normally the controller will display an ET or elapsed time of 1440, the number of minutes in a 24-hour sampling period. Filter position 3 is interrupted during its run for the non-standard sample change. The sample change should take no longer than a half hour, so the ET should be above 1410. ET values for filter position 1 and 2 should be 1440. If the position 1 and 2 ET values are less than 1440, this means that a problem occurred during sampling. Possible causes are faulty power to the site or an issue with the controller. If this occurs, please contact the air quality group for assistance. Press F4 to continue with clean readings. The controller will begin initial readings. Retrieve the week 3 log sheet with the date matching on the controller, filter box, and filter bag. Write down your initials and the current date and time. The controller won't ask you to change the flash card this time. It will prompt you to install the bag with this week's Tuesday date. Place red caps over the sample cassettes. And return all cartridges and log sheet to the week 2 filter bag. Now install the week 3 cartridges. Week 3 cartridges will have 2 active filters, so you will take 2 readings for each module. Remember to correctly orient the D cartridge. Press Enter to begin initial readings. As usual, take down readings of all filter positions for each module. Remember, the F4 key cycles through filter positions and modules. And again, press F4 to finish taking clean readings. Make sure the controller is at the default screen before leaving the site. This completes the sample change for week 3 and the 322 sampling cycle. For questions and additional information, please call the Air Quality Group at 530-752-1123.